lava fountains and increased tremors rock Kilauea summit. Hawaii's Kilauea volcano is still spewing hot lava and toxic gas as the intensity of seismic activity at the Halemamal crater summit rises. United States Geological Survey, USGS, scientists have warned. The ongoing eruption is destroying the Kilauea summit, causing Halemamal's crater walls to collapse at an alarming rate. Aerial photography of the crumbling summit confirms an entire parking lot at the overlook vantage point has disintegrated into the widening crater. The USGS said on Thursday morning, a helicopter rover flight on June 19th confirms that the overlook parking area, closed since 2008, has slumped into the crater of Halemamal. The road viewed beneath the helicopter leads to the former parking area in the center right. The view is to the northwest. Elsewhere, the volcanic seismicity has damaged the USGS Hawaii Volcano Observatory, HVO, building located at Uwalina Bluff on the rim of volcano's caldera. Photos taken inside the HVO reveal cracked walls, warped floors and books tossed from bookshelves. Staff at the HVO station have been evacuated to a safer location and the damaged building now remains unoccupied. The Geological Agency said, the purpose of the visit was to assess damage from the numerous earthquakes that have rocked the summit over the past weeks and to continue the process of transferring equipment and documents to a safer location. Staff found some cracks in the walls and buckling of the floors, and books tossed from shelves. It is too soon to tell if the building can be reoccupied. For now, HVO is working at the Hilo on a temporary basis. The news comes after the USGS warned on Wednesday the Kilauea summit has so far lost around 250 million cubic meters in volume, making it the largest scale collapse of Halemamal in recent history. Elsewhere in the Leilani Estates area, vigorous lava flows from volcanic fissures have consumed more than 9.5 miles of land. Since the Hawaii volcano began erupting on May 3rd, more than 570 homes were lost to using lava source in the ground. As of 4:04 MBST, 5:04 PM HST, lava fountains from Fissure 8 are feeding a well-established channel of flowing lava into the Kilauea area. The USGS recorded fountaining at the fissure up to 187 feet in height. The lava flows are being transported about 8 miles to the Pacific Ocean. The Hawaii County Civil Defense Agency warned today of additional minor lava spattering from fissures 6, 15 and 16 in the Lower East Rift Zone. Scientists warn island will take a century to recover. Hawaii will take at least 100 years to fully recover from the devastation wreaked by the eruption of Kilauea, scientists have warned. Vast tracts of land have been swamped by a mighty river of red-hot lava that continues to stream from the volcano down to the ocean, where marine wildlife has also been wiped out. More than 600 properties have been engulfed by the volcano's fountains of fiery molten rock, and forests, farmland, and orchards have also been destroyed since the Big Island eruption began last month. Patrick Hart, a biology professor at the University of Hawaii at Hilo, said, before the eruptions, that area was probably the best forest left in the state of Hawaii. There were areas where the native ohia forest extended right up to the ocean, and you just don't see that in the rest of Hawaii. Professor Hart said fruit trees, flowers and ferns all withered and died in the noxious sulfur dioxide-filled air before the lava flows covered around 9 square miles of land under a 30 feet deep volcanic blanket. He said it could be at least a century before the decimated tracts of lava-covered forest begin to grow again, first with lichen and then native ferns and ohia trees that have adapted to grow on lava. In 150 years the land could begin to resemble a forest like the one that used to be there. Ryan Perroy, a volcanologist and associate professor at the university, said, "It's a very powerful thing to witness, but in geological terms, it's also not an unexpected event. This is how Puna was built, with volcanic eruptions. The lava is flowing along a well-established channel and entering the sea at Kapaho." Marine scientist Stephen Colbert said, "Kapaho Bay was a very important recreational place for people in this area. There aren't a lot of places here where you can access the shoreline and get in the water easily, and this was one of those areas. It was also a very important research spot for us scientists." Professor Colbert said tidal pools at Kapaho Bay were home to thriving coral and abundant fish, especially small ones that found safe haven from predators in the protected environment. When the lava entered the ocean there, much of the marine life was covered or boiled alive. He said, "For the animals right there, when the lava reaches the water, they don't have a chance. It's gone from beautiful Hawaiian water that is clear and turquoise, where you can see 50 to 60 feet down, to a muddy mess filled with volcanic glass particles. It blots out the sunlight so normal algae can't grow, and filter feeders like coral have to sort between bits of food and volcanic particles." Ocean expert John Burns said, "There was no place like Kapaho in all of Hawaii. That entire habitat is gone now. In terms of marine organisms and coral, we're basically starting from day one now." Kilauea summit collapse largest in history, USGS reveals. Hawaii volcano Kilauea has undergone the single largest scale collapse witnessed in recent history, volcanologists at the United States Geological Survey, USGS, revealed. Kilauea's volatile crater has lost around 250 million cubic meters of volume since eruptions began on May 3rd this year. The subsiding Halemaumau crater summit has lost the equivalent of 100,000 Olympic-sized swimming pools. Kilauea's draining magma chambers are fueling the summit collapse. Two aerial photographs snapped by USGS scientists reveal the extent of the widening crater in Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. The USGS said, "These two photos taken on yesterday's helicopter rover flight of the summit show the size of the growing Halemaumau crater. Seeing Hawaii Volcano Observatory and Jaguar Museum in the view helps to put the crater size in context." A preliminary estimate of summit volume loss is around 250 million cubic meters. At 5.05 MHST, another gas and ash emission from a small subsurface explosion occurred at Kilauea summit, producing a plume that was blown downwind at about 5,000 feet above sea level. Inward slumping of the rim and walls of Halemaumau continues in response to ongoing subsidence at the summit. The crater has at least doubled in size since May this year, the USGS said. The molten rock which has drained from the Halemaumau lava lake and Kilauea's underground chambers has pushed into the Lower East Rift Zone. The lava broke out in the Launi Estates where dangerous lava flows wreaked havoc in residential areas. More than 570 homes have been lost to the oozing lava, and a strong channel of molten rock now flows from a volcanic fissure in the Launi. The USGS recorded lava flow speeds of 17 miles per hour. When asked about the likelihood of the Kilauea crater filling up with lava again, the geological agency said it might take many years for lava eruptions to return to the summit. The USGS said, "A lava lake occupied nearly the entirety of Halemaumau crater before the 1924 eruption. The crater was half the size it was prior to May 2018. The lava lake drained in 1924 as magma intruded into the Lower East Rift Zone, and the crater collapsed and grew. However, this is the largest scale collapse of Halemaumau that we've witnessed in historic time. Yes, it will refill with lava. Kilauea is in a very young stage of its life and it's still building itself. Eruptions of lava will return to the summit, but it may take many years."